Welcome, Game of Thrones fans. It's me, Mark.
I'm Anna.
And we are here to bring you Season 2, Episode 3 of Game of Thrones.
Yep.
It's been a couple days. What do you remember from the last episode, Anna?
Well, I obviously remember the big whole ending scene with when Jon Snow follows
Craster, yep.
Craster into the woods with the baby. And you assume the creature that took the baby boy was the White Walkers. Was a White Walker because smart. But that was the ending scene.
That stands out a lot.
Yeah, the ending scene always stands out.
Well, let's talk about Yoren and the Gold Cloaks on the road going up to the wall.
Yeah. They were demanding to see
Gendry.
Gendry. They wanted Gendry so they could kill him. So they wanted him, but still working on some of these new names.
Okay.
The one guy said no, he's part of the
Night's Watch.
Yeah.
Yoren
Yoren
is his name.
Oh right, that Yoren.
But one thing, Arya thought they were after her.
Yeah, because.
But they didn't know Arya was in that group. Otherwise, they probably would be looking for her.
Yep.
Sam and Gilly.
Sam and Gilly. Oh yeah, when Sam, calls off Ghost.
Yep. And then Gilly wants Sam's help.
To save her supposedly baby boy.
She don't know if it's a boy or not.
Yeah.
She's worried that if it is a boy, something's going to happen. Then they approach Jon Snow.
Yep.
What'd Jon have to say about that?
He said no, because smart. He was smart. He said no, because rules. And
Right.
then at that end scene, for every horror movie, there's some people can be smart or stupid. They can do smart things and then go back and do some stupid things. Like following people.
Okay. Next thing I want to talk. Tyrion sending Janis to the wall and making Bran the Lord Commander, or the City Watch Commander.
I kind of found that funny. And I mean, it is true. I mean, if I filled in a place that if I was in Tyrion's place, I'd be like a little uneasy.
Since Janis did betray Ned.
The last hand of the king.
Gendry and Arya.
Gendry and Arya. The
Gendry,
one scene when Gendry called Arya out for being a girl.
Then Arya eventually lets him know that she's Arya Stark.
Mm-hmm. And he said, "Oh, my lady," and did that teasing.
Which I know you found funny based on watching your reaction to it. Now, what do you think that means? Now that Gendry knows Arya is a Stark, do you think that's going to play any important factors later on?
Probably.
Good or bad? Do you like Gendry or not like Gendry?
Well, judging how I'm just gonna assume this, since Gendry is going up to the wall, and kind of like the one guy out on the wall that's also
Maester Aemon?
Maester Aemon, yeah. Since he is a Targaryen, I mean, he was up at the wall and he didn't get killed like the rest of the Targaryens. If Gendry's up at the wall and he's one of Robert's bastards, he's probably not going to get killed. I mean,
should be safe up there. Unless, wildlings or White Walkers get him,
Yeah. He's safe from getting killed by the Gold Coats. He's safe from them.
Okay. All right, and let's go with Theon going to Pike to try to get his father's support to help Rob
Well,
and meeting his sister.
yeah, it's so wrong, but yet at the same time it's really funny. It's so wrong yet so funny. See, my friend Kimberly would love this show.
Okay, towards the end of the episode, Stannis and Melisandre.
Stannis and Melisandre, yeah.
She said she would give him a boy.
Yep, even though he is married. So that would make the supposedly boy a bastard unless Stannis divorces his current wife and then marries Melisandre before the supposed boy was born. Guess would that still make it a bastard?
I don't know how that works either. But that is a good point. It would be a bastard if it was born out of wedlock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then we finished up at Craster's Keep. You've already talked about that a little bit. What do you think's going to happen to John? We didn't get quite that far in, but Craster obviously caught him, knocked him out.
Well, there's two options. He's going to either leave him in the woods or drag him back to Craster's Keep.
Okay, on that note, I guess we'll get going. That was decent.
We're outside. Look, Commander. Now! Oh, Commander. Leave us. What did you do? I followed him. He took the baby into the woods, the newborn. What business is that of yours? You don't understand. He's killing them, older boys. You know. Wildlings serve crueler gods than you or I. Those boys are just as offerings. Offerings? He's murdering his own children. He's a monster. Many a time, that monster's been the difference between life and death for our rangers. Your uncle among them. We have other wars to fight out there. Like it or not, we need men like Craster. I saw it. Saw something to that jar. Whatever it was, I dare say you'll see it again.
Oh, White Walker.
Now,
The generals
my
of the
horse. We'll leave at dawn.
Zombies.
Don't lose it again.
No one sees this.
I wanted to give you something. It belonged to my mother.
I can't take it.
Please. I want you to. My mother used it for sewing. She'd let me sit with her in a chamber while she sewed and agreed to her. My father put a stop to it when he found out. It's the only thing I have of hers. She gave it to me before I left for the wall.
You shouldn't give it away.
I'm not giving it away. I'm giving it to you. Keep it safe for me. Till I come back.
You look like a guy who got asked out who was a crush and his crush said yes. Seriously. It's kind of what I picture boys doing. Like the nerdy kind.
You calling Sam a nerd?
No? death.
Yield! I yield!
Okay.
You are all your father promised and more, my lady. I've seen Sir Loris bested once or twice, but never quite in that fashion.
Now, now, my love, my brother fought valiantly for you.
Brienne of Tarth, you may ask anything of me you desire. It is within my power. It is yours.
Your Grace, I ask the honor of a place in your Kingsguard. I will be one of your 7, pledge my life to yours, and keep you safe from all harm.
Done, my lady. I swear to you, I will see the Lannisters answer for your husband's murder. When I take King's Landing, I'll bring you Joffrey's head.
Hey, somebody's doing it. Somebody's finally bringing Joffrey's head.
It will be enough to know that justice was done. My son is fighting a war, not playing at one.
And
Guide
she's
you,
really
I
tall.
must. And if it please you,
She's
Brienne's
like
not.
giant. She's
my
Big.
lady.
Is she like part giant or something?
She's just big.
I want to be that. No, I don't want to be that. I want to be somewhere around average height. I'm over here. I'm short.
And everything above. Every stronghold will yield to us one by one. Winterfell may defy us for a year, but what of it? The rest shall be ours. Forest, field, and hall. And to fight fishermen.
Be careful of their nets.
Father, I fought with Robb Stark. I know his men. Won't give up the north so easily.
They won't even know we're there
Do you
until
know it, woman? I'm a proven warrior. Your brothers were warriors. Both of them dead at the hands of those you seem so eager to protect. You act as if I volunteered to go. You gave me away, if you remember, the day you bent the knee to Robert Baratheon, after he crushed you. Did he take what was yours then? You gave me away! Your boy! Your last boy! You gave me away like I was some dog you didn't want anymore! And now you curse me because I've come home!
Was being a weakness a compliment?
Because that means he likes you.
you.
Dude,
I'm too stupid
have you
to
ever...
understand.
No, you haven't
The
watched the
stupid
superhero
foreign
movie.
girl.
But the superhero cliche,
I am
Even-
not a kitchen wench.
if you're a weakness, then it's a compliment. Because, yeah,
Do you want me to leave? Just brush my hair.
But the Queen mustn't know. Can't have her meddling in affairs that could determine the future of the realm. There's too much at stake.
Oh, yes, indeed. I shall be silent as the grave.
I'm brokering an alliance with House Martell of Dorne. Princess Marcella will wed their youngest son when she comes of age, ensuring their loyalty and their army should we need it. But remember, the Queen mustn't know.
Oh, the Queen mustn't know. I love conversations that begin this way.
I plan to marry Princess Marcella off to Theon Greyjoy.
Theon Greyjoy.
But remember, you must tell no one. Tell no one. What? I plan to wed Princess Marcella to Robin Arryn of the Vale.
Your enemies aren't happy about us. They want to tear us apart, and the best way to stop them is to put your baby in my belly. You think the piece of paper Father gave you keeps you safe? Ned Stark had a piece of paper too.
It's done, Cersei.
No.
You cannot stop it.
Yeah, now I see what he was doing. To see who would rat him out.
How long have you been spying for my sister?
All I did for House Lannister. Always. Your own father, House King. I've always been his servant, since the days of the Mad King.
I don't like his beard.
What?
How many hands have you betrayed, Pysa? Eddard Stark, John Arryn.
Lord Arryn. He knew. He knew the truth about the Queen, and the way he planned to act, to tell King Robert.
So you poisoned him?
No, never.
But you let him die, made sure he succumbed.
Lannister. I always served Lannister.
Get him out of my sight. Throw him in one of the black cells.
Power is a curious thing, my lord. Are you fond of riddles?
Why? Am I about to hear one?
3 great men sit in a room, a king, a priest, and a rich man. Between them stands a common sellsword. Each great man bids the sellsword kill the other 2. Who lives, who dies?
Depends on the sellsword.
Does it? He has neither crown nor gold, nor favor with the gods.
He has a sword, the power of life and death.
But if it's swordsmen who rule, why do we pretend kings hold all the power? When Ned Stark lost his head, who was truly responsible? Joffrey, the executioner, or something else?
I've decided I don't like riddles.
I love riddles.
Power resides where men believe it resides. It's a trick, a shadow on the wall. And a very small man can cast a very large shadow.
Well, that depends on where the light is. If it's down at the feet, it casts a giant shadow.
I do like the taste.
Neither do I.
And keep it that way.
Yeah,
You don't
I
drink it the other way,
I don't.
to be honest.
I don't.
Joffrey. The Queen. And my sister.
Arya. Sansa doesn't necessarily like Joffrey.
Out of sight, both of you.
No, I'm not afraid.
Out of sight.
2 wanted people.
I don't think I will.
So be it.
I always hated crossbows. Takes it long to load.
It's pretty tough.
I'd be like, oh wow. Oh, come on,
Give it to me. What do we have here?
No!
That's a fine little blade. Maybe I'll pick my teeth with it.
Isn't he the kid that took the helmet?
Mm-hmm.
Can you walk?
You gotta carry me.
All right.
Carry him, he says.
You want Gendry? Get off that helmet.
Alright, well, what do you think of that episode?
It was very. I mean, there was a lot of interesting parts. Just
A lot of dialogue.
yeah.
A lot of setup stuff.
Mhm. And then there was like the whole Tyrion's plan to find out who would tell him.
Who'd be a
on him.
snitch.
Yeah.
Who'd betray him.
I mean,
I think that's one of my favorite parts of this episode is the Tyrion stuff.
I know. I mean, if you can't beat him, if you can't fight him, as Littlefinger says, if you can't fight him, F him.
Right.
Outsmart them.
Well, Tyrion's not much of a fighter, so
No.
he needs to outsmart people. Alright, well,
Another
let's
lesson.
touch a couple of these.
Keep secrets.
Keep secrets when people tell you to. Well, let's start out up at Craster's Keep.
Questions.
John still has his hands anyway.
Yep, that's the only bright side thing. I mean, there were no rules about.
Following them out, yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't mess with the wives. But Gior knew about what Craster does. What do you think about that?
I'm like, boy, why are you doing?
It's a safe spot for anybody on the watch, though. The Rangers stop at Craster's. 'Cause it's out beyond the wall. To get a warm night of sleep, food.
Safe.
So they use Craster even though, Craster does that
yeah,
stuff.
but I mean, how would that? Okay, so, I mean, does he know about the whole White Walker thing?
Craster?
No. Well, yeah, does he?
Craster knows.
And the one guy, the other guy.
Gior?
Yeah.
Does he know about the White Walkers?
Yeah.
I believe he has a good idea about it. I don't know the extent because he probably hasn't seen it, but he did say to John right at the end when John said, "I saw one of them." And Gior was like, "That's probably not the last one you'll see."
True. There's all these people down in.
But with the
Under-
Night's Watch
south
also,
of the
sorry,
wall.
I'm going to interrupt you. Night's Watch is to protect everybody south of the wall.
Yep.
Their job's not to protect people north of the wall.
Fair point.
That's where Gior was getting. He's like, we have our battles to fight. This isn't one of our battles.
Yep. And then so another thing is if the south, the whole south of the wall thing, they have multiple battles going on. So what would happen if they were fighting for something and if they were fighting to protect something under the wall, people under the wall, well, the people under the south of the wall are just killing each other. Just if something, yeah. Overcomplicating a lot. I overcomplicate things.
Well, it's a complicated story. Well, and the last little scene up there, Sam and Gilly.
Mm-hmm.
Sam gives Gilly something.
And then he's like, yeah.
You seem to like that. We were introduced to a couple people. Brianna Tarth,
Brianna Tarth.
the one that beat up Sir Loras.
Oh yeah, the tall one.
Yes.
The tall one.
Yeah, what she wanted was a spot in the King's Guard.
Probably the first girl.
Mhm.
Because medieval times.
Also, there was a small introduction in that scene of Queen Marjorie, the one that married Renly.
Uh-huh. And Renly is gay.
Yep. But he had to marry somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and they keep it secret that he's gay.
Yep.
That's not out in the open by any means.
No.
But Marjorie does say in one scene about the best way is to get her father's support, the Tyrells, and the best way to get her father's support is to put a baby there.
And she
Hey.
knows.
Well, yeah, she knows, and she knows that he's in love with Sir Loras, her brother.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a little complicated little twist. But you did like when he said he was going to bring Catelyn Joffrey's head.
Yes.
You enjoyed that
Finally,
scene.
somebody's doing that.
So what do you think? Are you liking Renly?
It's okay.
Or do you like Stannis? Who do you like better, actually? Now I'm talking about that, because Stannis was introduced the first 2 episodes. We knew Renly from season 1, but we haven't seen him since season 1.
Yeah.
Who do you think would make the better ruler, Renly or Stannis? They are definitely different
Yeah.
between the two.
I don't
Or
know.
do you have an opinion on that? I gotta watch a little more first.
I'll probably watch them more first. Because, I mean, in this show, opinions change very fast.
Yes, they do. Theon, up in Pike, talking with his dad. There was the scene where he was talking about how his dad gave him up as a boy.
Mm-hmm. And the first part, it sounded like he was taken, but the way he says it is that he was given up.
Oh,
And by his face, he's right.
Theon's hurt on that whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
A little later on, I'll talk about that somewhere in there. Theon had written a letter to Robb because they told Theon to make a choice. Do you want to be a Greyjoy, basically, or do you want to go back and join Robb? He had written Robb a letter and then he burned it.
Yep.
So do you think he's made his final choice?
No.
On how he wants to work everything out?
No.
What do you think he'll do?
I don't know. Back then, was there such thing as spying?
Oh, there's lots of spying going on.
Oh, yeah.
But that's what Tyrion was looking for, was a spy.
Yeah.
Looking for Cersei's spy.
Yep. But I mean, war spies.
Oh yeah, there's war spies too.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, Theon was going up there to get his dad's
Maybe those
support to
other
help
spies.
Robb.
There's multiple
Yeah.
different kinds of spies. There's the spies down in King's Landing, those kind of spies. There's war spies, and then there's like double spies. Like spies that spy on the people that they think they're spying on the other team. It's a complicated net of spies.
Okay. Alright, let's talk a little bit about Tyrion and Shay. The scene between them two. Where Tyrion's... She needs to get a job.
That way she has a place.
Something to do.
Yep.
Well, and Varys and Tyrion came up with a job for her. Tyrion was going to send her to the kitchens, which she wasn't too fond of.
Nope.
But she's going to be the handmaiden for Sansa.
Which Sansa does not like, because
Nope.
she kind of sucks at it.
Well, Sansa's in a rough place right now, I think. But you did bring up a good point. You know, the weakness when she was like, "I'm your weakness." That's kind of the superhero thing.
Yeah.
If somebody knows Tyrion cares about somebody, they're gonna hurt that somebody.
Yep, to get to that person. It's kind of, no. There's multiple different storylines, superhero storylines where that happens. The superhero's significant other gets, yeah. Spider-Man, Gwen.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about Grandmeister Pycelle. He is the one that told the Queen.
Yep.
Yeah, how'd you enjoy that scene where they ended up sending him to one of the black cells? Did you enjoy that one?
I mean, it's a good way to rat out somebody. Tell the three different, well, however many people, that many things, but they're all different, and tell them not to tell anyone. And if that person that, yeah.
It was a good plan by Tyrion.
That's a really good plan. If you can't fight them, F them.
Littlefinger, Tyrion sending Littlefinger to talk to Cat and see the possibility of getting Jaime released.
Yeah. Because, I mean, that is actually a good strategy.
Littlefinger wasn't happy about being a pawn in Tyrion's little spy game. He gets a chance to see Cat.
Yeah.
And he liked Cat from the time he was a little
When
From the
Little
time they were
childhood
kids,
crush.
yes.
childhood crush.
So, and Ned's out of the picture now.
Yeah. I don't know. That's very convenient for him.
All right. And then that brings us all the way to the Yoren scene with Yoren, Arya, and that whole crew going, heading north.
Yep. And it was smart on Arya's part to say that, that,
Bull's head.
yep, the bull's head, that was really smart. That was very rude. That was a very rude way to kill.
Oh, the boy?
Yeah.
The blonde-haired kid? Because he had an arrow through his leg, said he couldn't walk.
Yep. Just like,
So what do you think was going to happen to all those?
wait, didn't they say they were going somewhere? They were going somewhere.
Taking them to Heron Hall.
Heron Hall.
And that's where, somewhere in the middle of the map. I can point it out after we're done so you know about where it's at. That's where Tywin was heading with the forces. After Jaime was captured, they wanted to regroup at Herring Hall. And that was Tywin's men that were helping the Gold Cloaks. So that's where they're taking them.
Okay, and Arya is in the Lannisters once again. Just Lannisters about, yep. Luckily the whole cutting hair thing, because it's kind of like the whole Clark Kent glasses thing.
Well, Tywin's never seen Arya.
Fair point. Very fair point. But once he realizes, once something happens and he finds out that she is Arya,
Something might come about.
yep, with the whole Jaime situation. Because I mean, the whole plot of this is the whole fact that something does something either very stupid or just, yeah. How most things happen.
Well, all right. I think we're going to wrap it up there then. I hope everybody enjoyed this episode. Looking to bring you episode 4 here soon. And we will see everybody next time.
Yeah, bye.